think I left something in the house.
You gotta choose.
It's week 12 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Vikings and the Chiefs on Sunday Night Primetime.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Now Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. To about the 40-yard line. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 8 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Cousins now. Open here, Adam Thielen. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Adam Thielen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. You think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. He finds his man complete. It's Gutierrez.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So instead of giving him another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 18. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Thielen, it's complete. And they work this well on the field across the 45. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Vikings at 9-1 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Cousins on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson from 21 yards away.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw complete there to Moore.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. He had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. There's the Chiefs punter now, as he's a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going to work for them.
They got 29 yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Oh, he fakes a spike, eluding the pressure right.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. To throw, Cousins.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
From the gun, here's Cousins.
He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Now Cousins.
Looks again for T.J. Hawkinson, and he's got him again.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds?
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and it's now 21-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. If they got it, I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First down, here's Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Cousins to throw it. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings continue to pull away here in this first half.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Joseph on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing now is Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Mahomes forced out to his left.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play.
So past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Adam Thielen and the rest of the Vikings offense, they get set for their next possession. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a throw here to his running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Joseph now to kick this one away. From the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back. And
the throw for Tony is intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Throwing is Cousins. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just... start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Mahomes' throw taken in by Pascal. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Extra point by Butker is on target.
So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter.
Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Cook again.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Final minute now of the third quarter.
2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Fourth down, Cousins. He's
got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Cousins again. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They run again on first down. Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Cook up the gut. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen from 17 yards out. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now here's Mahomes. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 38, Mahomes. And that is incomplete here. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. Oh, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make...
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
That one good for 37 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet...
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. To throw, Cousins. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. And Cook has it left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Cousins here to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking the knees. Great gamesmanship here as they throw for a touchdown. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest. I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
Not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics are. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Minnesota, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City,
lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Ran up the plaza, you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Then the juke move, high zoom, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. It is not a game, it is not a game. Banging on your chest when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most.